This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Tuesday, the 28th day of May in the year 2019. Here's what we're tracking tonight. With the operations of the Guyana Ferry suspended to facilitate repairs, the management of the Guyana-Suriname ferry service has announced that there will be a temporary relief for persons who have to cross between the two countries. In a statement today, management announced that the MB Sandaka will be in operation from May 31 to June 2nd. The management said the window was created to facilitate the return of passengers and vehicles who have been left stranded on both sides. Once those persons are ferried across, the service will return to being suspended. On the days of the temporary operations, the vessel will depart Guyana at 9 o'clock in the morning and depart Suriname at 11:30 daily. The ferry service management has also pointed out that the MB Sandaka cannot accommodate 20-foot and 40-foot containers and trucks with a height and weight of 3 meters and 2.7 meters. Let's tell you now that Guyana has signed a Technical Assistance Cooperation Agreement with the Organization of American States and the Pro Futuro Foundation for a digital learning platform to bridge the technological gap between the coastal and the hinterland regions of Guyana. Education Minister Nicolette Henry signed the agreement on behalf of the Guyana government, while the Secretary General of the Organization of American States signed on behalf of that organization, and the General Director of the Pro Futuro Group signed on the Foundation's behalf. According to the Education Ministry, of the 5 Caribbean countries chosen to benefit from the Technical Assistance Agreement, only Guyana met the necessary implementation criteria to launch the program. The other Caribbean member states are expected to sign the cooperation agreement soon. Pro Futuro is an education program launched in 2016 with a mission to narrow the education gap in the world by providing quality digital education for children in vulnerable environments in Latin America, Sub-Saharan Africa, and Asia. In line with Goal 4 of the United Nations 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda on access to equitable and inclusive quality education for all. In her remarks, Minister Henry expressed the Government of Guyana's gratitude for the technical assistance being provided by the OAS and the Pro Futuro Group in the field of digital education. She also acknowledged that to achieve equitable education in countries with topographies like Guyana, ICT becomes very relevant in ensuring that the same quality of education is provided in all areas. The Secretary General of the Organization of American States recognized that Guyana is the first country in the Caribbean region to sign on to the cooperation agreement with Pro Futuro, and it is hoped that this serves as the impetus for other Caribbean countries to sign on. More news coming up in just a moment.
You've got this, and we've got you with Blaze Superfast Internet. Blaze is fast, easy, reliable internet that you can trust. So celebrate, because there's always more to love with GTT.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right, walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about, and ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong, be the one to live right.
Welcome back. The U.S. government, through its Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, is offering support to Guyana to ensure that all Guyanese benefit from the oil resources that will soon start to flow in the country. In a statement to mark Guyana's independence anniversary, the U.S. Secretary of State reminded that the United States and Guyana have been friends and partners for decades. He said the U.S. commends and encourages Guyana's continued leadership on matters of regional concern. Secretary Pompeo added that the American Chamber of Commerce Guyana continues to create trade partnerships and opportunities, resulting in greater prosperity for both countries. The American Chamber of Commerce in Guyana was launched last year and has been creating links for many American companies that are looking to do business in Guyana. Mr. Pompeo said as Guyana looks forward to the production of its oil resources, the U.S. stands ready to assist to ensure all Guyanese will benefit. He said the United States looks forward to a future of strong ties and collaboration between the two countries and their shared democratic values. President David Granger granted presidential pardons to 2 women prisoners who were both serving time behind bars for non-violent offenses and were nearing the completion of their sentencing. 40-year-old Bibi Parjon and 30-year-old Unique Hope were released over the weekend in observance of Guyana's 53rd independence anniversary. That's according to a release from the Ministry of Public Security. Parjon was in jail for larceny, while Hope was imprisoned for forgery. According to the release from the Ministry of Public Security, it is expected that the expression of compassion and humanity by the President will result in the prisoners reuniting with their families and leading good and useful lives hereon. The two women received their pardons by President David Granger under Article 1882 of the Constitution of Guyana. Jamaican reggae superstar Buju Banton is urging the youths of Guyana to reject violence and turn to a life of more harmony. During his I Am Legend concert on Saturday night, Banton told the over 24,000 people gathered at the National Stadium that Guyana's youth should not embrace violence.
Guyana was such a place. You couldn't even enter the house open. Nobody showed me. We go, don't mind it, Demarara. When it's not just out, I say we can catch up on the fish safely. A lot of things are happening in Guyana. A lot of folks that no longer here in Guyana. Some are alive, but they're still here. Big up on Chakal. Big up on children. Nothing was struck out. When will the youth of Guyana learn that this does not pay? When will the youth learn to live together?
And before he departed Guyana yesterday, the reggae superstar visited a number of underprivileged communities and encouraged the residents to push more for love and harmony while rejecting crime and violence. He also left a message for the President of Guyana.
So I'm sending you a video message wishing you strength, wishing you prosperity. You understand? Telling you continue to strengthen my people and give them hope. And I know what you're up against, because I'm very aware of the political situation on the ground. But I tell you, my brother, soldier on, comrade. Because this battle is not a race, this is a marathon. Yes? And we know you got it in you to set our people right. Keep looking out for the people. Keep uplifting the people who are the original inhabitants of this land. Yes, irrespective of the upheavals that you may face. My utmost desire is that our nation can find a common ground so they can all coexist politically, socially, economically, educationally, and otherwise.
Buju Banton, who was last in Guyana more than 12 years ago, served time in a U.S. prison for 8 years on cocaine conspiracy charges. During his time behind bars, he earned his master's degree in music business. And since being released, he has spoken about the lessons he learned and mistakes that he made and has been pushing for less violence and more love among the people of the Caribbean. Across the Region is coming up next.
Falls, a trademark of China's Zhanghao Incorporated, located at Land of Cane in East Bank, Demerara, was incorporated in April of 2013 with over $10 billion Guyana dollars invested in a state-of-the-art 100,000 barrel fuel storage facility, a modern service station, an office complex, and a modern wharf that can berth international vessels. Having no association with any other fuel company, Falls imports its own fuel, which meets quality specifications, has all the legal permits, and is in compliance with international requirements. Its bulk facility can load 8 trucks simultaneously at a rate of 1,000 liters per minute, while the service station can service 12 cars at a time using computerized fuel pumps, which can facilitate the use of ATM cards. Through its professional team of mostly Guyanese, Falls wholesales and retails fuels to the public, including farmers and miners, and will continue to positively contribute to Guyana by providing quality products, service, and attractive prices. Try Falls today for all your fuel needs.
You've got this. And we've got you. With Blaze Superfast Internet. Blaze is fast, easy, reliable internet that you can trust. So celebrate, because there's always more to love with GTT.
As a luxury mechanic, I'm often asked, what gas should I use in my expensive vehicle? In other countries, you have regular and mid-grade gasoline known as 87, 89, and premium gasoline known as octane 93 to 95. For affordable, high-quality fuel, performance and high mileage, visit Guy Oil today. Choose Guy Oil Super 95. Guy Oil, we are everywhere.
Across the region right now, Trinidad and Tobago's newest political party, the Patriotic Front, was launched on Saturday by Michaela Pandey, the daughter of former Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Basilio Pandey. Speaking at the launch ceremony held in the town of GUYANESE, Ms. Pandey pledged to revolutionize government by putting young people at the helm. She also promised that young people would influence political decision-making in a Patriotic Front government, and she urged them to get involved. Pandey told reporters that she was given a mandate to form the new party when she met with her family and supporters earlier this year. She also announced that the party that is open to anyone has already been registered with the Elections and Boundaries Commission of Trinidad and Tobago. The St. Lucian government has welcomed a 6% decline in unemployment for the first 3 months of 2019. The St. Lucian Department of Statistics noted that unemployment there declined from 21.80% to 15.5% during the period. It said youth unemployment for the period January to March declined from 38.7% last year to 25.9% this year. Last week, the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, in a statement posted on his Facebook page, described the unemployment figures as very encouraging, and he said his administration was looking forward to reducing the figure given the visit of the US-based Overseas Private Investment Corporation. And finally tonight, international news. 40 inmates have been found dead at 4 separate prisons in Manaus, the capital of the Amazonas state in northern Brazil. All the bodies which were found during routine inspections showed signs of strangulation. Monday's violence came a day after 15 prisoners were killed in jail clashes in Manaus. The state governor said a task force has been set up to the Amazonas to help control the disturbances. Prison officials said the victims belonged to the same drug trafficking group, and that they had been killed due to an internal gang rift. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.